How do you diagnose an oil cooler leak on a boat? If you suspect an oil cooler leak on your boat, you need to act quickly. An oil cooler is essential for maintaining the right temperature in your engine's lubrication system. A leak can lead to serious engine issues. So, how do you figure out if your oil cooler is leaking? Let's break it down step by step. First, start with a visual and fluid inspection. Check your engine oil. If you see a milky or frothy substance on the dipstick or inside the oil filler cap, that could mean water is mixing with your oil. Next, look at the cooling water. If you notice an oily film or discoloration in the water discharge, that's another red flag. Also, inspect the area around the oil cooler for any signs of leaks. Look for drips, corrosion, or wet spots on hoses and fittings. The next step is pressure testing the oil cooler. You will need to remove the oil cooler from the engine. Once it is off, cap one of the nozzles securely and connect a hose to the other nozzle. Use an air supply that can deliver low pressure, around 0.8 bar or approximately 12 pounds per square inch. Submerge the oil cooler in water while applying air pressure through the hose. Watch closely for air bubbles. If you see bubbles, that indicates a leak. Now let's talk about internal leaks. These occur when the oil passages and cooling water passages inside the cooler breach. This can allow oil to mix with water or vice versa. Since oil pressure is usually higher than cooling water pressure, oil tends to leak into the cooling system. However, when the engine is off, water can backflow into the oil system. Signs of internal leaks include water in the oil in the cooling water, or drops in oil pressure. Sometimes, small internal leaks may not show up during standard air pressure tests, but they can become more apparent when the engine is running. Don't forget to check the condition of the oil cooler gasket. A failed gasket can also cause oil leaks. Inspect related components, like raw water-cooled manifolds, as they can leak water into the oil system if they are corroded. Monitor zinc anodes and other sacrificial components for wear, as electrolysis can speed up corrosion and lead to cooler failure. If you find water contamination in the oil, change the oil and filter immediately. Addressing the leak quickly is essential to prevent engine damage. Diagnosing an oil cooler leak involves careful observation of engine fluids, pressure testing the cooler, and checking for both internal and external leaks. Early detection can save you from costly repairs down the line.